Have you ever noticed how one plant in your yard thrives while another struggles just a few feet away? Same soil, same weather, same watering, completely different results. That's because your garden may actually contain several hidden climate zones, and most of them were created by you. This is Master Gardener Steve, and today we'll talk about microclimates. Most gardeners think of climate as something large scale, like USDA zones. But experienced gardeners know something different. Every yard has tiny environments inside it: warm spots, cold pockets, dry zones, wind tunnels, heat traps. And once you learn to recognize them, your garden starts making a whole lot more sense. This is one of the biggest secrets professional growers, landscape designers, and master gardeners understand. They don't just plant for the region, they plant for the microclimate. This wall right here might actually be creating a Mediterranean climate in your backyard. Stone, brick, fences, and siding absorb solar heat all day long and slowly release it back into the garden. That means plants near these surfaces often experience warmer nights, earlier spring growth, faster ripening, and less frost damage. This is why lavender, rosemary, peppers, and tomatoes often thrive near walls. But there's a downside. In hot climates, reflected heat can absolutely cook plants, especially hydrangeas, lettuce, hostas, and other moisture-loving plants. Quick Master Gardener tip: watch where the snow melts first or where the morning dew dries first. That's usually one of the warmest microclimates in your garden. This may be the most overlooked climate zone in the average yard, the roofline desert. During rainstorms, your roof is quietly diverting water away from certain areas, so even the rest of your garden gets soaked. This section may stay bone dry. That's why foundation plantings often struggle. People think bad plant, bad soil, too much sun. But the real problem is often almost no natural rainfall or water. Cold air behaves like water. It flows downhill and settles in low spots. So if your property dips even slightly, you may have a hidden frost pocket. This is why one citrus tree survives winter while another one 20 feet away gets damaged. You'll often notice frost lingering longer, slower spring growth, dampness, delayed blooming. These cold pockets can completely change what survives in your yard. Did you know that some gardeners intentionally create warm microclimates to grow plants outside their USDA zone? That's how people sometimes grow figs, citrus, or even olives in surprisingly cold regions. Mulch doesn't just suppress weeds. It changes the climate at the soil level. Mulch stabilizes temperature, retains moisture, protects roots, reduces evaporation, and encourages microbial life. In summer, bare soil can be brutally hot, but a mulch bed stays cooler and far more stable. This is one reason healthy gardens often look calmer and more resilient during heat waves. Ever notice the area of your garden always seems to be battered by wind? That's because structures can actually accelerate airflow. Between fences, gates, sheds, homes, wind can become concentrated. This dries soil faster, damages leaves, and stresses plants. You may need windbreak plants, trellises, fencing, or other species in these windy areas. Concrete, gravel, windows, white siding, all of these surfaces reflect and intensify sunlight. That reflected heat can raise temperatures dramatically around plants. And this is the one reason containers often dry out so quickly on patios. The moment you start observing and recognizing microclimates, you stop fighting your garden and you start working with it. You realize why certain plants always thrive, why other areas struggle, why frost hits unevenly, and why watering requirements change. The garden starts telling you exactly what it wants. So before you buy more plants, before you blame the soil, before you think you have a brown thumb, walk your garden. Watch where the frost settles, feel where the heat lingers, notice where the wind moves, and pay attention to where the soil dries first. Because hidden climate zones may already be shaping everything in your garden. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more Master Gardener tips and insights from the Celtic Farm. And if you've discovered strange microclimate in your yard, tell us about it in the comments below. See you soon.